All right, good afternoon, everyone. It is 1:15 in the afternoon on June 9th, 2021, and this is my recap. Today I get to do a negative $9 recap. You know, not every day can be a winner. And if my losers are going to be $9, then, I'm okay with that. I'd much rather have a green day. Today could have been about a $300 green day on AEMD, but CLOV, the clover, got me. Let's go over it here real quick. The first one I'll go over is clover here. Now, what I did with clover is here's the opening range. So it opened at 27.96, ran up close to 29, and then started to pull down, and then looked like it was putting in a bottom right here on this candle on the second minute of the day at 9:31. This is the 9:30 candle. This is the 9:31 candle. So I put a line in at 26.84 right here. And when this candle right here looked like the third minute of the day, it looked like it was going to break through and push above this candle's high. And it didn't do that. I got into 200 shares of CLOV at $26.84. I got filled right at the top of that candle. And then it immediately started going down, unfortunately. I wound up losing $1.55 per share on CLOV on 200 shares for a $310 loss. And I think that I wasn't paying really close attention to it because I had put this level in pre-market at $10.37 on AEMD, and I went for 1,000 shares after AEMD pushed above $10.37, and then got out of that trade for about, roughly. Let's see, what did I make of that trade? 100 for roughly 11 cents, I'd say. Let's see. The 29. Let's see what I did here. Let's put some numbers together. So on that first trade on AMD right here is what I'm looking at. So 87.98 plus 8.5 plus 15.22 plus 29.98 minus 10.73. So I got 13 cents off of this trade on AMD right here. Again, I bought at roughly $10.38, and it made a high here of 11.24 and then started to pull back. I was really looking forward to a break of the open and then another move higher. So I held on to it a little bit longer than I usually would have, and then before it started pulling back down, past break even, I dumped it, and so 13 cents. So I dumped it at about $10.50, unfortunately. On 1,000 shares, if I dumped it, say, around 11.06 or so, then, I would have had more than a $500 gain on that one stock. But unfortunately, I didn't do that, and I was a little bit distracted with being in clover at the same time. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes in, I dumped clover in this candle right here. I was in at 26.84, and so that means, 26.84. Let's go back to the calculator here real quick. Clear. 26.84 minus $1.55. I dumped it at 25.29. So let's see, 20. And I dumped it on this candle right here. Yeah, I dumped it right there. So that's where I wound up selling. It was 25.29. And it's too bad. And it was within the next minute. And then let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes in, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes in. So I was a little bit distracted with AEMD and went over and sold CLOV and then came back over here to watch AEMD, and it didn't make it. Now I put this red trend line in afterward. Let's get rid of that. So I didn't see, what was going on with the red trend line at the time until later. I put that in, and you can see here it made a pretty good move over top once it broke that trend line. It made a nice move from that trend line from about 975 up to 1250 roughly. I didn't catch that move. Where I took my next trade, I've kind of forgotten where I took my next trade. Let me see where it was on AEMD. It was, where's my timestamp? Here we go. It says, oh, okay. So, yeah, 9:30. It says 9:33. So yeah, opened up right here and closed right there. And my first one, that's really strange. I don't know. Oh yeah, you know what? My first one, I took right here before the open. I was in 1,000 shares right here, and then got out. So the break pre-bell, and then got out after the open. So, all right. Anyway, that's pretty much, those are the trades that I put on today. 2 winners, 1 loser. Unfortunately, my loser was as large as my 2 winners. My 2 winners really could have been a lot larger. So, life goes on. Wish was, this thing's a mess. It did, I was watching Wish because it came up here, broke the open, and started to consolidate, but then it dumped. And then for the rest of the day, it's been pretty much just trailing downward all day. Here in the late afternoon, or in the early afternoon, it kind of has made a move back up. But I don't really see anything there to trade. AEHL, same thing. Pretty nice gap and go right here from 634 to 763. But I wasn't paying attention to it. I was watching CLOV and AEMD. And really, once I start trading more than one thing at a time, it's difficult to manage the trades. So if I tried to trade 3 things at a time, who knows what kind of disaster I would have wound up with today. And then Wendy's, Wendy's is something that I was looking at from a day ago, just kind of looking at levels, just watching. I didn't have any plans on trading any of these levels, although it did come right down to what it looks like the 50% fib, 61.8. Let's see, what is this? 25.16. Yeah, so the 50% fib from yesterday's action actually looks like it would have been a good entry for a small trade there from 25.16 up to 25.67, roughly 40 cents, but I just wasn't paying attention to it. And then SPI is the other thing I had on watch from this morning, and it really hasn't done anything. It doesn't have a lot of volume, and it's just kind of, it made this little, it did make a tiny gap and go. So let's see, it opened at 7.99 and ran up to 8.29. That's too small. That's just a really small move. Kind of found some support at 7.50 and meandered its way, if you wanted to hang around for an hour in a trade, meandered its way up to 8.53. There's nothing really there to trade. The volume is too light. And the price, look how sort of volatile the price is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with volatility, but there's no volume there to support any of this movement. So, no real trade there. Yeah, so a negative $9 day today. Definitely could have traded it better. I mean, I think that's that's going to be the story for quite some time, really. At least I'm consistently green, consistently profitable. If there's anything I can point to, it's that. So Yeah, that's pretty much the market today, or my trading today. Let's look at the broader market actually, and the SPY is really range bound here. I mean, look at that on the daily chart. It's just sort of a speck. Um, Looks like it made new all-time intraday highs here. Let's see, high 423.26. Let's see what the 52 week is here real quick. 52 week 423.26. Yeah, so the SPY hit a new all-time high today. It doesn't look like it's going to hold on to it, but it's bullish. The thing just keeps going up. I would rather find an entry somewhere inside of this gap. I'd really like to see the SPY pull back to the gap and then continue going. But what I like to see is my own personal opinion. The market certainly doesn't have to do that. All right, everybody, that is my recap. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and keep your wrist tight. Good luck out there. I will see you at tomorrow morning's strategy session. I am out.